What's going on, YouTube? Hype Hogan here, and I am excited about yet another amazing Disney Parks exclusive Funko Pop Rides release. Today, the Jungle Cruise Funko Pop Ride dropped on shopdisney.com. Got up bright and early, a very, very easy cop. Regretting not buying two, but they're still available. So I don't know the hype level on this one, but I want to get one in, take a look at it. I'll probably end up getting a second because I like to have, one on ice, one opened to put out on display. This comes from a now growing line of Funko Pop ride figures. There have been several releases over the years. Most of them have held value pretty decently. I get these mainly not as an investment per se. I'm obsessed with Disney ride vehicles. And for me, this is the closest way to sort of bring the magic home. We're going to go through a quick history of some of the mainline Disney Funko Pop rides releases. It's a mouthful to say that, and kind of give you my thoughts on each one. Now, there are some special edition variants on some of these. We're going to probably discuss those in another video. But right now, I just want to discuss the ones that I actually have in my collection, and I will have had every mainline release. Again, I don't have all the variants yet. Leave a comment below on which ones you have and which ones you'd like to get, and also if you have a variant would be that was available for sale for a reasonable price, I'd be happy to consider that. But yeah, the big release, the Jungle Cruise Funko Pop Rides. Unbelievable, world famous Jungle Cruise. Take a look at it in all its glory. When I get the real one in, we'll have some unboxing and clearer images of it, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. The level of detail is amazing. You got the skipper, you got the smokestack, and the iconic Congo Queen. Wow, just unbelievable. There's a couple other boat names there. I don't have them all memorized. I'm fairly diehard, but I don't know them all. But Congo Queen is likely the most iconic. I'm imagining that they made this drop to synchronize with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's reboot of the Jungle Cruise that was supposed to be in theaters this summer. However, that didn't happen. I know there's a big line of merchandise out for that. This is probably part of that. But again, I'm so glad they kept it OG. This is the in the park Funko ride. And again, anything to do with ride vehicles, I'm all in. I've got a small but mighty collection. There's a lot I need to go back and get. I've got some of the die-cast stuff from the early 2000s. Anything Lego drops that's ride oriented, the train, for example, got that immediately. Way into any sort of ride vehicle stuff. So Jungle Cruise is the big drop. Let's get into some of the past, and these are in no particular order. We'll start with Ezra and Buggy from the Haunted Mansion. Just an amazing pop. I only have one of these. I am looking for a loose one. I have not opened mine. My box is pristine. Again, I like to get two if I can. Ezra and Buggy, he's not too expensive. I think you can get him nowadays in that maybe $60, $80 price range, sealed, loose. I have no idea. The loose market's kind of wild. I would imagine you could probably get him for 40-ish loose, which was the retail price. Ezra and Buggy, amazing. Again, it has the ride vehicle. I'm all in. It's Haunted Mansion. Come on now. Just an amazing figure. Next up, this one is going to be a toughie right now, especially with all of the news coming out. I'm talking about Splash Mountain Funko Pop Ride. You've got Brer Bear, Brer Fox, Brer Bunny. Sorry, don't have the names memorized. I'm pretty hardcore, but when it comes down to specifics like that, I know it's the Brer figures. Unbelievable. Has the ride vehicle in it. Good luck getting this one. eBay, upwards of $200 right now. Snagged mine as a Lucy. I had a million opportunities to buy it sealed, but I got it loose for, I want to say like $25. And I was always like, I'm going to go back and get the sealed one, but I never did. And now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. But the Splash Mountain, unbelievable. It's got the ride vehicle on there. Check. Iconic ride. The water, the waves, just unbelievable. If you can find one for in and around $100, I would go ahead and grab it. I think after the hype dies down, there is a lot of inventory of this. So I do think this 200 up stuff is going to go away. I would wait till it hits around 100 again. I think it will. There's just so many of them out there. But I do think that this is definitely one for the collection. Again, if you're trying to capture everything, all things vehicle from Disney parks, it's a must have. And yeah, this one, it was already limited before. They're never going to make it again. I'm pretty confident. So if you need it and you want to overpay, go for it. But I think it's going to come back down. Next up, Alice at the Mad Tea Party. This one is still kind of rotting on shelves, and honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked as to why this is happening. This you can get on sale on occasion on Shop Disney. I want to say I've seen it in the 20s. Maybe 25, 29. Retail, I believe, was 40 on this one. I got two of these, one in the box, one open for display. I think it's amazing, and I think it's undervalued at the price. But again, you never know which ones are going to hit. But for me, I want to have every ride that Funko makes available. And to be clear, I only collect very specific things in Funko, because it could just get out of hand quickly. So I've kind of limited it to Disney parks stuff. Rides are my top priority. Singles are just characters I'm into too, but really, I need to get, I have to get all the rides. Up next, the legendary Matterhorn bobsled. Just again, an unbelievable pop. This is, it's tough to pick a favorite, but this one's up there. It's got Harold in all of his glory, about to take a plunge down the mountain, the Matterhorn itself. Now the Harold standalone figure is gaining in value, but to just throw him in the ride here is a good way for people to get this figure without having to overpay. Just awesome. And there is a variant of this with Mickey actually in the vehicle that came out. It was New York Comic Con, I want to say last summer. He's around $200 for that one. This one you can still get for retail. Maybe under if someone bought him heavy and is trying to unload. Retail is about $40 on it. I would go ahead and grab this. I mean, there's no way it's really going to go down in value, I wouldn't think. But again, if you're in it for the value, this isn't one, to maybe invest in, because they made a lot of them. But if you got to have all the rides that are available, this is definitely one to get. Up next, and another amazing piece, the brand new Disney Skyliner. An unbelievable piece. This one's really heavy. Disney Skyliner, still available on Shop Disney, $39.99. This ride is not iconic yet. It's more of a transportation system, but again, it's a ride vehicle at a park, and I absolutely had to have it. I had the opportunity to ride it last year. Awesome transportation system. The artwork's amazing. You got Mickey standing right there ready to greet you. An unbelievable pop and a must-have for any collection. What more can you say? I mean, the packaging is amazing. I thought, again, this would fly off the shelf. You can never tell which ones are going to go. So if you like it, buy it. It's not always for the long-term invest. I am kind of the hype master, a hype beast, if you will. I am Hype Hogan. But, sometimes you got to buy it because you like it, right? It's not always about making a quick buck. And on this one, I think long-term, as the Skyliner gets a little more history behind it, I think this will be one that may go up in value if that's what you're looking for. No guarantees. Again, not limited in any sort of way, but just a beautiful piece to add to your collection of Disney Funko rides. Oh, this one, amazing. I need more adjectives, but Indy's ride, originally a New York Comic-Con exclusive. Then they did bring it to the parks. The only difference is this does have the New York Comic-Con sticker. Either one will do for your collection. Highly, highly recommend. This is from Indiana Jones Adventure in Disneyland Park. You can see Indy prominently featured. This one is just all around amazing. He's got a little bit of the mud splattered across. This one displays great loose. Again, if you can get two of these, great. You can get them for around $100. You know, this isn't one that's, this one's retired and it's not, you know, actively being sold in stores. I do recommend picking up one of each on this one as well. I do have the New York Comic-Con exclusive that I got for the resale price of the Parks one. So that one I'm definitely not going to open. I'm going to keep that one sealed. So I am on the hunt for an open one of these. If I can find one, I'd love to display it out of box, and I definitely will do so when I get the opportunity. Just a quick rewind on Alice in Wonderland. There is a Cheshire Cat variant, and I forgot to mention that earlier in the show. Cheshire, however you want to say it, dropped at WonderCon, which I believe was canceled this summer or during the pandemic at some point. Those are fetching around $200 right now. It's just like Alice, but it does have the Cheshire Cat in it. That's one I'm on the hunt for as well. I don't have it. But that's the video for today. Again, I'm not really a major Funko Pop guy. I am, however, major into collecting anything to do with Disney ride vehicles. And Funko just happens to make some pretty amazing ones. If you haven't had one in hand, they are quite large. You know, they're the figures you see in there are pop sized. So basically take a pop and then add the bulk of whatever the ride vehicle is on top of it. I'm thinking Jungle Cruise is going to be quite large. Again, can't wait to get that in hand. Skyliner is probably the biggest, and I'm looking forward to future releases. Now, I do know in the fall, and while it's not a ride vehicle, they are releasing a Haunted Mansion Towns edition, which will come with the butler, who I believe greets you when you walk into the stretching room. And it will come with the mansion itself. And I know I'm going to break the rules a little bit on that one, but it just looks absolutely badass. So if you get a chance, I would definitely grab that one as well. If you're into this sort of rides and attractions, we should just call it attractions. You know, I'd probably buy anything to do with attractions, but specifically I love the ride vehicles. Okay, I've rambled for enough here. Run out and buy the Jungle Cruise if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know. As of right now, it's about 6 o'clock Pacific on release day, and they still have them in stock. I don't know if this is going to be a short edition item or if they're going to have tons and tons and tons. Either way, if you like it, buy it. Maybe wait for a 10 or 20% off sale if it's sitting around. But don't wait too long, because things happen and these get snapped up, and then you're having to pay resale. For me, I got into these a little bit late, so I did have to pay resale a little bit on some of the earlier ones. But, you know, now I'm kind of grabbing them as they come out. All right. That's it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.